What is up, guys? Topher here, bringing you another high-level Halo Wars commentary. Today, we're going to be playing on Terminal Moraine against Enemy Midget and Sand the Bold, which is also known as Halo Wars Legion. And I will be playing with Pursue all day. We will be running Cutter RB, and they will be running Cutter Brute. So I hope you guys liked the little bit of intro music I had at the beginning of this video. I don't know, I just saw a comment from Espro Mitch on my last video, and just kind of made me think of it. So all you old school Espro Mitch fans probably remember when he kind of did like the song of the day for each of his videos. So I thought, you know what, why don't I just pick a song and just play it at the beginning of the video. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the lack of game audio in this video. I think I was sandwiched during this game, so we just don't have it, but I guess we're just going to work with it. So, as you can tell, they spawned with the good side on Terminal, so they got a Pelican. That just basically makes this the fairest map in the game, as we like to joke about. But luckily, we did end up with the bad side, so we're actually going to have a chance in this game still. If you get none of the 4 hooks, you're pretty much just straight up screwed. If you get one set of hooks, even if it's the bad side, you at least have a chance, even though you're kind of at a disadvantage. So, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be planning on going Warthogs because they have a Brute on their team, and the easiest way to push off a Brute with an RB is a Hogs RB, and then the RB just builds some grunts if they need to, and basically just push them off, and then you double push with your RB and Hogs and strip the Brute space. So Pursue is going to start out this game planning on playing defense, and I'm going to just be building Warthogs and going Gunner. So the Brute's just walking across the map and all that kind of good stuff. So I got a lot of comments on my last video. I actually enjoy reading the comments. So if you guys ever have anything you want to ask me about or my opinion of, feel free to just leave it down below. Because last video there's kind of debate on building a reactor for the 4th reactor and selling a supply pad for the 4th reactor versus just advancing a reactor. In the big picture, I just like to say it really doesn't matter. The difference between, say, the 11th supply pad you'd gain from upgrading a reactor and then being able to sell another one instead of selling one, it's kind of confusing. But the difference between 11th pad and a 10th, between the 11th and 10th pad is pretty much irrelevant, and it really just doesn't matter. So just do whatever makes you happy, I guess. So back to this game though, where we're just doing what I said. We're just trying to ground him down, and Sand the Bold thinks he's cool or something, so he's just Pelican Vortex glitching. So I just have to run my Hogs away, and to my surprise, to see Enemy Midget actually went Warthogs against an RB on Terminal with the good side, which is it's definitely not something I would do, but I guess that's what he likes to do. So we pretty much just traded a bunch of Hogs because for some reason he showed up on my base before he even had Gunner. So I think I picked off a Hog for free, but we ended up just ramming each other a bunch, and it really was kind of irrelevant. But I'm just happy to see he didn't actually go train to a depot 5th and get a quick tank. So I'm actually finally getting my vehicle depot up, and I'm building a barracks on that side hook because I pretty much lost all my Hogs. I'm still going to build the occasional Hog to help try to push this Brute off and just basically be annoying. Because you have 1 or 2 Gunner Hogs circling a Chieftain. I mean, it doesn't really do that much damage, but over time it really picks up. So I'm just building the occasional Gunner Hog, got my barracks. I'm like, oh man, he's going to camp me, but never mind. I really don't care though, because I'm actually just going to build a couple of Marines, and I'll be able to just pick off those Hogs like they weren't even there in the first place. So I kill the Brute. Pursue is planning on heading on offense to try to deny the summits. I don't know if he's quit on Citadel yet. But basically the key to beating a Brute on any map in this game is denying the summits when you have an RB on your team. So it just makes the game so easy when you have an RB and tanks versus tanks or something like that. As long as you don't let them get more than 1 or 2 Banshees out, you're basically just going to win the game. So I'm just continuing to upgrade pads, and we're just still trying to pick off this Chieftain and good stuff like that. We're actually going to be able to kill this Chieftain, it looks like, because we have 2 more grunts. You can Vortex 1 grunt as a Chieftain and kill it before it gets to you, but not 2. So he ends up just dying. So if you guys didn't know, there's actually Sir Burns a lot, which is Team High Cloud, actually started making. I saw he made a video last week or something saying he's back. So if you guys are looking, I know there's not a lot of people making Halo Wars content right now, so if you're looking to watch more people that are making Halo Wars content, go over and subscribe to Team High Cloud. I can put his link in the description. And I think Philly215, who made videos maybe like 8 months to a year ago for Halo Wars, I think he's considering making videos, Halo Wars videos again. But I'm not too sure. So I can leave his channel in the description too, and you guys can go over there and tell him we want more Halo Wars videos or something like that, and maybe he'll do it. So that's and as far as what you should expect from them, if they do make videos, both of them are probably like high, like they're probably both like high 30s, maybe low 40s. So don't be expecting like True Skill 50 gameplay out of them. I mean, they're by no means bad at the game, but they maybe just don't want to play the game to play at a super high level. But they definitely make quality content. They have commentaries. They don't always post videos against the best people, but every now and then they do. And they're definitely worth subscribing to, especially if you want to watch Halo Wars videos. So back to the game, Enemy Midget actually pushed up like his first two stock tanks right away and met my stock tanks. But I actually won that little engagement because I ended up killing one of his tanks, and I got a micro my red bar away, and it ended up living. So I had to drop a heal on my weak tank, but I saved my tank, and I'd rather spend the 350 to heal the tank than spend 500 to buy a completely new tank. So his reactor ended up being really weak. I was going to Pelican a bunch of stuff over to take it, but since it was already black bar, Pursuit can just kill that with one Banshee. So I'm going to be looking to be in a pretty good spot right here because I'm going to have their reactor, which I'll be able to get canny off of. I don't know if we'll be able to down tech, but I might be able to. So we both have 3 tanks, me in the middle, but I'm pretty much just going to run away because I don't really want to engage yet because I know I'm about to get his reactor. It's especially good because I'm able to kill his Marine that he tried to send over and get back in it. So he's just going to come and basically I queue up Canny and he's going to deny it. But luckily I have enough money to drop a Mag Blast and I get a free tank. So we have some Banshees. We have 2 stock tanks. They only have 2 Canny tanks. So we have 3 stock tanks. So we're just going to be chasing these in circles. And basically he's going to lose 3 tanks in exchange for killing a depot that was getting Canny up. So that probably wasn't the best trade on his part. But at least he did stop my Canny. So right now, both of the Cubbies are on Double Summit Banshees, and I think Pursue has more Banshees though, but not too many more. So we're both on Double Summit Banshees, and both Unices are building tanks. So this is just basically going to be kind of a clusterfuck of sorts. So we're thinking right now that we might be able to push up, but I'm just going to down tech Canny right here. Actually, Pursue's RV got stuck when we were trying to like catch the tank, so I'm like, nah, don't worry, I can let you out. So he just walks right on out. Enemy Midget does something interesting here and throws up a depot on the side hook, and that's definitely like one of the least optimal places to throw up a depot because you have to wait. The bridge goes up and down every single minute, and he has to wait all that time every single time he wants to push his tanks across. So they're going to be pushing up on our base. And initially, Pursue's just going to think, okay, I can just go play defense on that. And I'm just still sitting in the middle healing up. I thought about going back, but Pursue had it. I think the tanks actually ran away. And we're just going to be sitting there, and I'm going to try to kill a depot with like 2 flamers and Marine. It's really not going to do anything at all. He'll get a tank out before that even does anything. So there's nothing really I can do about it. See, he pops the tank out. So I'm just still sitting in the middle. I'm pretty indecisive right now where I want to go, but now I'm actually thinking I want to push because I think we have a Banshee lead. To see, they're both on a ton of Banshees, but we have an ever so slight Banshee lead. And I think since Enemy Midget has his depot on the side, his tanks are going to be delayed from getting into the fight. So I can just push with these 3 tanks and hopefully that are soon going to be canny. If they're not, yeah, they're already canny. And I'm just going to try to drop both of the summits. That way, Pursue can make his Banshee lead even bigger. So I canny down a summit. They don't have an RB, so I have no fear of an RB coming up and trying to kill my tank. So I can just canny whenever I want. So just dropping the other summon, and it looks like Sam the Bold's going to be boosting back with his Banshees. Enemy Midget is now on Pursuit's base, so it looks like it's going to be a legendary base trade. Sand the Bolt has a bunch of Banshees picking off my tanks. Pursuit is going to try to fight the Banshees while I run away. I have a Wolverine. Before I downtech, I built a Wolverine because I saw how many Banshees Sam had, so it really just couldn't hurt to build one. So Enemy Midget actually just took me out of my reactor, so that basically killed my pump. But I did end up getting 5 tanks out. I'm just going to sell my second depot so I can try to sneak maybe one more tank out before Enemy Midget gets to my base to continue the base trade. So Sam's base is almost dead, and I think we're ahead on the killing of their base. So I'm just going to be starting to head over to the UNSC base. Normally this map doesn't end in base trades. It's mostly just on like repository that ends in base trades. That's definitely the major one. But as you can see, we're clearly ahead on the base trade, but Enemy Midget has a lot of tanks. So basically, we need to defeat Sam the Bold to kill all those Banshees. That's our goal right now. Since they actually have a hook lead on us right now too. So that's not good, especially when we're going into a base trade. So they're going to be having an income while we're pretty much not once they kill both of our bases. So for some reason, Enemy Midget left one straggling tank back at his base, and I'm just going to pick that off. And he's just going to come over and kill my depot. I'm going to queue up an elephant because that's exactly what I need right now. Then I'm going to DQ it because I thought again. Just going to continue to try to build on my base to be annoying. Maybe Pad will get up and it'll take him a little bit longer to actually kill my base. So I'm just continuing to strip his base, and soon I'm going to be able to kill his main. And the advantage is we're definitely ahead on this base trade, and Sam the Bold got defeated. I think Pursuit actually boosted back or something and denied his base, and Sam did not deny our base. So he just straight up got defeated, which pretty much means they're screwed. And not only did he get defeated, but I got a pad back because it was highlighted. Looks like I did have one pad on the hook. So our bases are going to drop at about the same time, but the difference is we have Banshees and tanks, and they have just tanks. And he only has 5 tanks at that, it looks like. Maybe split one off to try to get that base. So before my base dies and I lose my tech, I'm going to drop another Mac and get a tank and a half. So this is pretty much, it's going to be pretty tough for Enemy Midget to come back with this one. He did send a tank to that base that I was buying, and he pretty much killed it. I just wasn't paying attention. But it's not that big of a deal because I have like $1,200 right now and 2 supply pads on that hook. So I'm not too concerned. And we still have Pursuit in the game, while Sam the Bold is not in the game at all. So my Wolverine is pretty much useless now, so I'll just leave that back to take our base. And I'm just going to be pushing back up, trying to engage the tanks because we have Banshees and tanks, or try to deny base or do anything. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. I've been sticking to every 2 or 3 days trying to get a video out. That way it's not too much of drag every time I have to make a video. But I'll try to get one out every couple, 2, 3, maybe 4 days if I'm lazy. So, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.